So basically, Barangay Ginebra drafted a player with potential pero wala masyadong nakakakilala. Kaya sinacrifice ko ang sarili ko, I tried digging deep. I did my research para kilalanin natin ang first round pick ng Ginebra sa 2025 PBA draft na si Sonny Estile. Pinakaunang lalabas palagi ay si Sonny Estile ang MVP ng 2-day draft combine before the draft festivities. That alone to me is interesting. Hindi naman automatically na magiging successful din naman kasi porket nag-MVP sa combine. Pero to me, that shows na he's capable to compete at makisabay sa mga ibang players na fighting for a chance or fighting to get noticed. For basics, si Estile ay isang athletic 6'3 wing who last played for Pampanga sa MPBL. 2025 to 26 season sa MPBL, he appeared in 8 games, played roughly 9 minutes per game, in which he averaged 3.1 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 0.4 blocks per game. The numbers may not wow you, pero ang feeling ko na main reason why he was drafted by Barangay Ginebra is one, because of their need sa wing depth. They have a couple, pero not necessarily players na ready to step in right now. And since nawala si Jamie sa lineup, malaking kawalan yon. Number 2, tools. Kasi 6'3 siya and athletic. Some would say 6'3 for a wing is below average. Globally, yes. Pero sa PBA, 6'3 is an average height for a small forward. And he's very athletic. So he makes up for it with his physical tools. And last, number 3 ay yung hustle and effort. A lot of us were clamoring for Ginebra, diba, to trade for Calvin Abueva just for the reason na kasi si Calvin Abueva, he tries very hard. And si Sonny Estile, ganun siyang klaseng mode of player na is a wing who tries hard, crashes offensive glass, uses his athleticism to his advantage. And for the past few months, diba, yung nga wala akong satsat sa kakasabi na kailangan ng Ginebra ng mga try hard. And I think Sonny Estile is one. In terms of shooting naman, of course, hindi rin naman enough na puro hustle lang. Kailangan rin ng actual offensive skill or defensive skill. In terms of his outside shooting, 3-point shooting to be specific, since alam ko na maraming curious dito kasi he's not that familiar to a lot of people. Sa MPBL season na yun, yung 2025 to 26, he shot 3-4-8 total, which was 37.5% in very low volume. Basically, an attempt per game. Not bad, pero we can't really expect anything from him. Kailangan muna nating makita and mapanood consistently kung talagang outside shooter siya or at least part ng game niya. Pero watching him in a few games sa MPBL, he's very comfortable taking 3-pointers, which I'd assume part talaga ng laro niya. In terms of playstyle, he's an athletic wing, so expect him, diba, to provide energy and length automatically. 6'3 is a very decent height sa PBA as I've mentioned earlier. Pero of course, it's not Jamie Malonzo. Pero can definitely give this team some energy and effort, which is very important, especially sa bench unit. Na in my opinion, a lot of Ginebra's bench players, kampante, yung matagal na sa team and na parang nasa bench na lang for residency. With all due respect to them, Ginebra needs more players na merong hunger pa and may gustong patunayan at gustong kada segundo sa loob ng court, alam nila na nakasalalay yung career nila sa PBA. Hindi yung alam nila na meron silang paycheck next year despite sitting sa bench for a year and a half. Anyway, sa recap video, I said Chris Ellis ang comparison ko pero medyo unserious kasi ako doon. Ang totoong legit player comparison ko kay Sonny Estile is more of a Sean Manganti, Simon Camacho, or Joray Napoles type of player. Hindi insult yon na yun yung mga pinangalanan ko. I like those players and I would be absolutely ecstatic kung mas magaling siya sa mga yon. But in terms of realism, alam niyo yun, di ba parang realistic lang, tamang pagsettle lang ng expectations. Those players are the most accurate ones I could think of. So anyway, it's time para pag-usapan natin yung game ni Sonny Estile. First of all, yung outside shooting. Realistically, sa games, ganito yung mga magiging available na opportunities for him. Spot-up corner 3-pointers kasi defenses would often leave this spot sa loob ng court to help off the gravity na papasok sa loob ng paint. Especially sa Ginebra, triangle offense sila, may mga kumakat pa inside, may mga post touches, may mga nasa dunker spot. So, laging mau-open dito ay yung corner 3-point spot na yon. And Sonny Estile, for him to be a consistent PBA player, kailangan niyang maging reliable sa corner spot up 3-pointer. Si Jason David, kaya lang naman siya din 'Di ba? Nakakuha ng minutes last season not because of his defense alone, pero kasi dumidepensa na siya, pero occasionally can hit, 'di ba? Yung occasional corner 3-point shooter. And dito naman sa play na to, gusto ko dito yung spacing awareness niya. Makikita natin dito, merong poste sa strong side, which is madalas mangyayari yan sa triangle. May isang guardia dito, spacing nila tatlo sa weak side, which is basically, similar to Ginebra spacing. Merong strong side poste, so ang gagawin ni Estil, hindi siya haharang. Magsi-space out siya papunta sa kabila. Ayan, makikita natin, ito siya, Sonny Estil. Yan. So, na-recognize din ng teammate niya. So, nag-sync siya dito para tulungan si Estil pagka-pop out niya. So, some sort of a pin down. Pero this is more of, just plain spacing awareness from Sonny Estil. And nakakuha siya ng opportunity sa wing catch and shoot. Gusto ko dun yung awareness. Not necessarily being able to hit it, pero knowing where to go is very important para makakuha ka ng minutes sa Barangay Ginebra. And again, dito, diba, loose ball, space out, walang nag-close out, step up 3-pointer sa wing, good awareness, good spacing, alam niya saan siya dapat pumunta, hindi siya naliligaw, hindi siya headless chicken, napalakad-lakad kung saan-saan. And to me, very important yon, especially hustle type of player ka. IQ is very underrated. Dito naman, sa clips na to, pag-uusapan na natin yung IQ. Dito, empty side pick and roll. Again, very similar sa Ginebra. Sa pinch post nila na nagiging 2-man game. Dito, pagka pick and pop, dapat nila, yung dalawang teammates nila, nung ball handler and ni Sonny Estil, humarang, pumunta sa strong side si 21 tsaka si 18. So, nakita ni Sonny Estil na pangit yung spacing. Instead na makipagsiksikan siya dun sa dalawa, naghanap siya ng spot kung saan siya ma-open, magiging available, catch and shoot, short, mid-range jumper. Very quick decision, na-recognize niya yung situation, he adjusted, found himself open. Alam niya saan siya pupunta. Dito naman, very good cut and timing. Again, similar sa mga ginagawa ng Ginebra. Poste, strong side, this is Sonny Estil. Okay, makikita natin dito, aantay niya yung defense na mag-react. Poste, nag-react yung defense, meron double team, in-split ngayon, advantage sila 3 versus 4 outside of that post play. Now dito sa likod ng defense, Estil kumat to the basket. Finish under the rim. Very quick decision. He waited, diba, for the defense to react. He cut and nakapag-draw pa siya ng end one. Dito naman, he initially spaced out ulit to try to create an advantage doon sa may short corner na yon. Pero wala, tinira ng kakampi niya, so he followed, the miss. Put back, Sonny Estil, and again, yung mga ganong kaliliit na bagay, malaki ang nai-impact sa actual games and actual, especially kung short minutes lang naman lalaroin, mga 8 to 10 minutes, dito again, good positioning from Sonny Estil. So instead na humarang siya, diba, kumat siya papunta sa baseline, he followed his teammate, yung may bola, likod ng defense, so Sonny Estil found himself again in a very good position to maximize his length and his size and his talent. That's basically how basketball works. Diba? Kaya ka nagsiset ng plays not to create an open shot alone, but to create an advantage. And yung advantage na yun is basically player advantage. 2 versus 1, 3 versus 4, etc. etc. So, yun. Again, uulitin ko, this pick is a surprise pick. Walang nag-expect. And even, diba, hanggang ngayon, marami pa rin magsasabi na or kahit ako naman, gets ko pa rin naman na merong mga ibang players na would have been, mas maganda pakinggan, diba? Mas familiar na pangalan, mas may sense starting, day zero, would make sense on paper. Pero I feel like, ngayon na nakalipas na ng ilang araw, naiintindihan ko kung saan nanggagaling, diba? Yung selection ng Ginebra. They knew Sonny Estil is going to be a very energetic type of player off the bench, and Ginebra knew na walang makakakuha, 'di ba, nung minutes ng basically kasi Ginebra 7.5-man rotation lang, and minsan nag-i-insert lang sila ng mga players doon like to play 10 minutes. So sa 10 minutes na yon, sino yung player na ma-maximize, 'di ba? And maybe malay mo mag-expand yung role. So I don't think Ginebra is going for a touchdown pick. I think they were going for a pick na would make an immediate impact on a very conservative level. Hindi sila nag-pick para kumuha ng next superstar. Kumuha sila ng pick kung sino yung makakapagbigay ng value sa team on a very short amount of time or very, limited amount of minutes. And that's the reality of this draft. sanay na rin naman tayo mga Ginebra fans, di ba? Sabi nga si Brian Enriquez daw, parang Mark Aguiwa, etc. Sila Ken Holmqvist. And it makes sense na hindi sila nag-home run pick this year. Kumuha lang sila ng alam nila na magiging solid role player. Especially sa pick 11. I think that is a very interesting strategy they went with. And Sonny Estil as a player, to me, alone, the fact na he's athletic, he hustles hard, he plays hard, enough na yun. Kasi yun din naman yung kulang talaga sa Ginebra as of now.